Hey, welcome back to Soul Grow. I've been looking forward to filming this video all week long. We're starting a series on knowing God. And that is the weirdest statement. If you don't know God, that's the weirdest statement you'll ever hear. To say that I know somebody who's invisible, and I hear from him, and I know what he wants for my life, and I have a relationship with this guy. It's kind of strange, right? And I actually want to explain in this short series some things that maybe you've never heard before. And maybe explain Christianity in a way that you've never heard before, because it's awesome. And it's radically changed my life. And I want to share it with you in a really clear way. And something else that's had a big impact on my life is the YMCA. I've been an employee there for 12 years. And I'm wearing one of their t-shirts today. And did you know the YMCA logo actually explains the entire meaning of life? I'm not even lying. If you look at any YMCA logo, it has this triangle in the Y. And that triangle actually has two hidden meanings. And the first one is the triangle represents humans, what we are, mind, body, and spirit. And the second thing it actually explains is who God is, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And on any old school YMCA logo, my one here in Hernando County actually has a giant mural on the wall. And within that triangle has a Bible verse. And I want to read that Bible verse to you because that verse explains the entire Bible in one verse and its purpose. And it's John chapter 17, verse 21, which says, that all of them may be one. This is a prayer of Jesus. That all of us may be one. Father, you are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. And then it says in verse 24, a few verses later, that Jesus actually wishes that we could experience the love that Jesus and the Father had before the creation of the world. And you're like, what does that mean? That's strange stuff. What it actually means is before the world was created, God had a relationship amongst himself, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And there was only perfect love. They shared with each other, there was giving, there was no lying, deceit, jealousy. There was only perfect relationship. And when God created human beings, he created us with the intent for us to have that kind of relationship too, with each other and with him. In fact, Jesus says the greatest commandment is to love God and love each other and to have perfect relationships. And that's kind of cool, right? It's different than I used to think about Christianity. Growing up in the church, I used to think that Christianity was about behaving really well and just being a perfect person, or at least trying to be. And I just want to share a little thought with you, and it's kind of scary. What if, and maybe you're a parent and you're watching this, what if you were becoming a parent for the very first time? And you had a son or daughter, and they grew up to be absolutely perfect. They had straight A's through school, they married well and had their own kids, of just beautiful children, awesome kids. They had like a perfect job with 6 figures, they were making. Life was perfect for them. But what if you had never met that kid? They had been taken in by somebody else and raised, and they were perfect, but you never knew them. You would say that's a tragedy. Like, the whole purpose of starting a family is to have a relationship with your own kids. The problem is most people view Christianity as the desire for perfection. And Christianity is not a performance-based religion. It's not about how perfect you can be, because none of us can be perfect, and how well you can behave. It's about knowing somebody that loves you. And that's what John 17:21 says, that may we experience the love that God has for us in the same way that he has amongst himself. And for so long, I just to be honest with you, I thought Christianity was about me quitting bad habits and me not cursing anymore or not getting drunk and all these things. And that is not what Christianity is all about. It's all about knowing somebody that loves us. The Bible, more than anything else, explains that God is like a loving parent who wants a relationship with us. And that we are like rebellious kids that do our own thing, that's running away from this parent that loves us. And I just got to be honest with you today. I want to ask you a serious question. Is your consideration about going to church, or about religion, or about Christianity, about what you need to quit doing before you know God? And I promise you, if you have your own family, you don't love your kids because they're perfect. You love them because they're your kids. And God has the same feelings about you. You don't have to worry about your behavior. In fact, if you ever fall in love with someone, or if you have your own kid and you love that child, you don't love them because they perform for you or because they behave. You love them because you have a relationship with them, because you've spent time with them. And that kind of relationship is exactly what God expects from you. So the greatest expectation upon your life isn't to be a good person. It's not to behave. It's not to get a lot of knowledge or make a lot of money. It's to know the God that created you and actually have a relationship with that person. And so in the next coming videos, we're going to explain, how does that actually work? How do I start that? What does it look like on a daily basis? And I want to explain some deeper things about knowing God. I hope this encouraged you today. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time here on Soul Grow.